All right. Thank you. Nicely done. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. I would like to invite Doug Cole up for our invocation. So, Doug, I will go ahead and spotlight you.
Sure, I'd be happy to come up for that. I came across a quote a few weeks ago from Poet Laureate Maya Angelou. And the quote was, "Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better." In the times we're living in right now, it's really important to have community, and Rotary is one of those fantastic ways to connect with people. The author, Margaret Wheatley, in one of her books, wrote about turning to one another. And she says, there is no power for change greater than a community discovering what it cares about. Ask what's possible, not what's wrong, and then keep asking. Notice what you care about. Assume that many others share your dreams. Be brave enough to start a conversation that matters. Talk to people you know, talk to people you don't know, talk to people you never talk to. Be intrigued by the differences you hear. Expect to be surprised. And treasure curiosity more than certainty. Invite in everyone who cares to work on what's possible. Acknowledge that everyone is an expert about something. Know that creative solutions come from new connections. Remember, you don't fear people whose story you know. Real listening always brings people closer together. Trust that meaningful conversations can change your world. Stay together and rely on human goodness. Let's pray. God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, we thank you for your goodness, for your mercy, and for your love towards our family and friends. Father, walk with us during these times and make all crooked places that might be on our path straight. Lord, every morning we ask you to bring good and favorable news. Every spirit of fear that holds us, let us hear your voice today and keep us safe. Help us to be fruitful in every aspect of life during these times and always. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Doug, thank you very much. And now the Pledge of Allegiance. Cheryl, would you mind holding up the flag, please? I will go ahead and unmute everybody. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Flag.
of the United States of America,
United States of America.
And
to the republic
The republic for which it stands.
stands
one nation,
nation under God,
Indivisible.
indivisible, with liberty and justice
Justice for all.
The four-way test. Is it the truth?
True.
Is the truth
Fair to all
fair to all concerned?
Goodwill and better friendships
Friendships
will be beneficial.
beneficial to all concerned.
All right. Wonderful, Doug. Thank you very much. Do we have any Rotary ambassadors today or any visiting Rotarians? If so, feel free to raise your hand and introduce yourselves. All right, it doesn't look like we have anybody. How about any guests? I have a lot of my family members on today, so welcome to my family. It's great to see so many of you here. Do we have any other guests that would like to introduce themselves?
Hi, my name's Rich Fry. I'm an attorney with Buckingham, Doolittle, and Burroughs, and recruited very heavily by John Reyes to join Rotary. I've been a guest at your guys' meetings a couple times in person, and look forward to joining as a member.
Welcome.
Wonderful. Welcome, Rich. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Before we get into some of our announcements, I would like to induct a new member today. So let me find Ann 1 second here. All right, Ann. Fellow Rotarians and honored guests, on behalf of the Rotary Club of Akron, it's my privilege to induct a new member today. Please allow me to introduce candidate for membership, Ann Jurgensen, who's been proposed by Dr. Doug Houseconnect. And you're beginning a great adventure in leadership, friendship, and service to your community with your invitation to membership. The Rotary Club of Akron has accepted you as a person of good character, high ethical standards, a person who has a heart for service, and who will represent the classification of community leader. We've invited you to become part of this worldwide organization dedicated to encouraging and fostering the ideal of service above self. Dr. Doug will present you with the official Rotary name badge and pin featuring the Rotary wheel, which is the international symbol of Rotary, and I encourage you to wear it proudly. And you've been invited to join Rotary, but it will be through your own actions that you truly become a Rotarian. We encourage you to learn all that you can about Rotary and to strengthen your own leadership and communication skills by actively participating in the activities of this club, including attending our weekly virtual meetings, social events, and our service projects. You'll be provided many opportunities through this club and district to enhance and expand your professional and personal skills. These opportunities will provide great value to you. You will also be provided with a number of opportunities to provide service to others through club service, vocational service, community service, and international service. I invite you, fellow Rotarians, to freely give of your time to make Anne feel welcome and to provide her with guidance and friendship. Fellow Rotarians, please help me welcome Anne, our club's and the world's newest Rotarian.
Welcome.
Congratulations and welcome. And if you would mind, just introduce yourself to the club, please, Anne.
Most definitely. Am I unmuted?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Thank you so much. I am truly excited to become a member of the Akron Rotary and be able to serve our community in whatever way I possibly can. Most of you probably already know, but I am at the University of Akron. I serve as the Senior Associate Athletic Director, and I represent and direct the Klein Leadership Academy. So I do all of the leadership activities, programming, career development, and seminars for our 550 student athletes. So very proud to be able to share that and to let you know that those student athletes just received a community award through the university. So I'm anxious to have them participate in some of our community endeavors, as I know they will be ready and willing to do that. I want to say a special thank you to Dr. Doug, as I know him as Dr. Doug from many years back, as serving as the director of the undergraduate programs in business before I got lured over to athletics. And I have to say hello to Patty Graves. I don't know if Patty's on today, but I'm sending her my best wishes. She's my little buddy. And Pat, thank you so much for all of your encouragement and being glad to work with our student athletes when they need some help with jobs and internships. So please call on me for anything. I'm ready to go to work.
Terrific. Thank you so much. We're thrilled to have you as a member of our club. I would now like to introduce District Governor John Reyes, who has just a few more days with that title before he is past District Governor John Reyes. Let me find you here. There you go, John. You ready?
Ready as if I'm not ready at this point, Pat, it's too actually mentioned that I have this title for a few more days, and that's not quite correct. I actually have it for 11 hours and 49 minutes. Then I become your immediate past district governor. But with that minor question aside, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the invitation. Let me extend my welcome to all of the guests, particularly the O'Neill family. New member, and welcome aboard. Rich Fry, I'm hoping to continue to be able to encourage him to become a member of the club. I think that's going to happen. We started out together, Pat, about 1 year ago, actually, at your installation, and your family was very, very loyal. We're all present at that time as well. I I remember giving you my congratulations at the time and a thank you at the time for what you were stepping up to do. Being a club president, as I said then and would repeat now, is the most important office in Rotary. Your club was blessed that you took that on, and so was your district. And I would like to express thanks from both for what you've done and what you will continue to do. It's an interesting time. It's a difficult time, a challenging time, but a time full of opportunities. And I'm going to borrow some words actually from Rotary International President for those same 11 hours, Mark Maloney. And to paraphrase Mark, Pat, you and your officers have shown me that true leadership exists, not only when times are good, but more importantly, when times are challenging. One of my fellow governors recently commented that we have served at a time when we can see the best in people. We saw our Rotary family step up to donate to those in need of food, shelter, and clothing. We were able to accept the generosity of our fellow humanitarians to help with our communities in times of disaster. Most of all, we were able to serve those we know and love and those that we will never meet. That's what Rotary is, that's what Rotary does, and Pat, you have certainly done your share of that this year, and we are all grateful for that. And I think we all have confidence that you will continue to do that. Beyond that, I'm not sure there's much that I can say. Being a club president is always interesting. You learn things about your club that you never knew existed, about your fellow Rotarians that you never suspected. You end up doing a lot of good, and with any luck at all, you end up having a lot of fun along the way. Hopefully all of those things were true for you. As your governor, I truly appreciate the fact that, to be blunt, I did not have to worry about the Akron Club this year. There were plenty of clubs to worry about. Spent a lot of time with a lot of those clubs, but this one functioned. You had a great chili open. You've continued to serve. You have a good set of officers coming on board. Dr. Rob, congratulations and best wishes as you come on board. And with those thoughts, I believe I'm supposed to ask you to turn this meeting over to Sandy Narragon. So if you would do that at this time, that's the only instruction, by the way, I will have
Okay.
for years, but don't mess it up.
Sandy, there you go.
Thank
John,
you.
thank you.
So hopefully I have the ability, yes I do, to share my screen. So before I do that, Pat, you had to endure a pandemic that all of your past president, fellow past presidents, none of us had to endure that. One thing that you were about to skip out on, though, was the presidential roast. They politely call it a gala, right? So for usually the last 30 days of your presidency, you wonder, will they be ornery or will they be nice at at your roast? So you only have to worry for a couple of minutes because you're about to get the virtual version.
Oh no.
You'll just have to wonder for a few moments whether or not it's going to be ornery or nice. I'm going to, I have to do let me say one thing before we get started. The sound on this presentation was calibrated to my computer. So folks, if it's too loud or too soft, you just need to use your own sound. Also, Cheryl, I'm going to ask you to text me if the sound goes down or there's any problem like that, but it should be fine. For the type A's, which is basically all of us who are wondering how long this is, it's about 5 minutes, 30 seconds. So Pat, you don't have to endure an hour-long version of this, but you have to endure 5 minutes.
Oh gosh.
Of it. So,
Right.
here we go. Let me just get started real quick. I have to do a couple of things before I will be able to share it properly. Just a second. Sorry. we go. All right. thank you all so very much. I know that Pat appreciates that. It'll be available. I tried to make it so that the timing you could read everything, but Pat will get that to you so you can have all of those memories that folks shared and they contributed those pictures. And as you can see, most of them, almost all of them were nice. Maybe a funny one thrown in there from time to time, but that's usually what happens at the roast too. It's all about making the president sweat. So thank you so much, Pat. I truly enjoyed being part of this special tribute for you, but every Rotarian participated. So thank you so very much. I am now turning it back over to, I don't know who.
I think that's it. That was
Back over to
amazing.
you.
Thank you so very, very much. District Governor John Reyes, congratulations on an outstanding year. I know it certainly was a challenge, but we're grateful for your leadership in the district. Thank you, Sandy, Cheryl, and everyone that helped put that slideshow together. Thank you for all the kind words. It really means a lot to me. I was going to share this at kind of end of my presentation, but I'm thankful for the leadership in our club. I'm thankful for the board of directors. I could not have done it without really all of you. So thank you very much. I enjoyed the slideshow and can't wait to watch it again. Oh. My wife is presenting me with something.
Yes, I was supposed to introduce her, Pat, but since you know your wife, we'll let her give you the gift.
I was wondering if she was hanging around here. I'm like, what are you doing? Well, I'll go ahead and open it. Everybody can see? It's a past president pin, so I'll get to wear that tomorrow. Oh, wow. Wow, that's really cool. Thank you. Can everybody see that? Yeah,
That's perfect.
Yes.
Yes.
awesome.
Yep.
And there's one more thing, I guess.
Wait, there's more. This is a vacation, I heard.
Who knew? Thank you very much. That is awesome. Thank you so very much.
Much
If you couldn't
needed.
tell, I'm down in Florida right now. I have my Hawaiian shirt on, so I'm dressing the part. I was sitting outside, but there's a lot of little kids playing in the pool down below me and a loud bird chirping in the tree next to me, so I had to quickly relocate. So
Sounds
Thank
like a
you
good
very-
time for bourbon.
got that right. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That was not necessary, but extremely thoughtful. So thank you. Just want to take a look at my agenda real quick. I think we got it all. Goodbye. Thank you.
Pat, I believe the meeting is yours again. The aliens who have taken control, I think, are turning it back over.
Yes.
Hopefully,
Well, it was
they'll-
very cryptic. I knew, John, you were going to say a few words, and then there was somebody else, and I wasn't quite sure what was happening. So
Well,
It
that's
did
how
make
we
me a-
wanted it, Pat.
a little uneasy.
We wanted to make it a surprise, and I want to thank Mela and Sandy for helping me coordinate this, and for John for making sure he was available. So we love you, and we hope you enjoyed it.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I certainly enjoyed it. That was awesome. Really well done. So I'll go ahead and share. Let me get my screen shared real quick. Oops. Well, you know what? Before I begin my presentation, I kind of got off track, and we can go ahead and do happy dollars. So with that, is there anybody that would like to kick off happy dollars today? If so, feel free to go ahead and raise your hand. Yes, Dr. Rob.
Pat, I have 5 happy dollars. One of them has to go to Christina Horak and the team that put together the Pack the Truck. It was really awesome to see a socially distanced opportunity for us to continue to serve, and we got lots of good stuff in there. The rest of this goes to Pat. It's been an awesome year. I was so pleased to be your understudy, and I'm glad that you're still going to be around to help me out when I have to be more creative with this pandemic. depending on how long this goes on. But I'm glad for Sarah and your family that they have you back a little bit. But don't worry, because your phone will be ringing often. Thanks, buddy.
Well, I told you I'm here to help. Thanks, Dr. Rob. Who else is happy today?
Pat, I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you I was happy today. I've got 10 happy dollars, 5 for you and 5 for me.
Well, and I'm going to match that. 5
I
for
agree
John
with that.
and 5
John,
for
thank you
you.
very much. Go ahead, Cheryl.
I'm going to match that. 5 for you and 5 for John.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Who else is happy today? Yes, Dr. Doug.
I'll stick with the $10 bids. Five for you guys for finishing out your year, and 5 to welcome Ann. I had a couple of our Rotaractors who are supposed to join us today, but former athletes with her, but they're gainfully employed and couldn't make it today, so they'll have to visit her at another Rotary meeting.
Excellent. Thank you. Who else is happy? Go ahead and raise your hand. Yes, Dan.
Hey, Pat, I am happy today because, well, for multiple reasons. First of all, congratulations to you and John. You guys were fantastic leaders, and it's been quite a year. So congratulations for surviving. Second of all, I've never been more happy to have staff training happening at camp right now. We're getting ready to do our ropes course training today, so it's pretty awesome to see that we're going to have kids at camp next week. And finally, I just want to thank all of the Rotarians who came out and volunteered to help clean up camp over the past couple weeks. It's much appreciated.
Thanks, Dan. Who else is happy today? Yes, David.
Hey, Pat, I got 10 happy dollars. First of all, I'm happy I got family coming home this weekend, so we'll have the whole group together. And the rest to you, congratulations. And John, congratulations on an outstanding year. So thank you both.
Thank you. Did I miss anybody? Yes, Connor.
Yeah, I'll hop on the $10 bandwagon. Just 5 for Pat and John Reyes, and of course just Pat. You know, thankful to have called you our president, and even more thankful to be able to call you a personal friend. And then another 5 too. Just excited for Dr. Rob's year ahead, and to see what we've got in store as a club. And we're in good hands moving forward. So we've been blessed with a string of wonderful presidents and past presidents, many of which are on the call today. And I think we've got, bright things in store for our club moving forward. So I'm just thankful for that and to be a part of this club.
I agree. Thanks, Connor. All right. Anybody else? I'll go ahead and I'll give 10 happy dollars as well. I want to give a couple happy dollars to John Reyes. Congratulations to you. Thank you for everybody for the words of encouragement and support today. I appreciate that. I also want to give a couple happy dollars to Cindy and Christina and the entire team and committee that put on the Pack the Truck. I mean, that was a pretty amazing accomplishment to do and have such a great and successful event in such a short amount of time. So Christina and Cindy, congratulations, and thank you for all of your support. All right. Oops. If there are no other happy dollars, I'll go ahead and share my screen here. Give me 1 second. All right. Well, I just wanted to take some time today, since we don't have a speaker, just to kind of recap the year, talk about a lot of the accomplishments. We've had really an amazing year as a club. And going forward, Dr. Rob is going to be a tremendous leader. But I just wanted to take a time and look back. Some of these photos were already used in the slideshow, but I thought it was a great opportunity to not only share this information with some of our new members, but also give kind of an up-to-date on where the club stands. So with that, Here's a few statistics from our year this year. So that is Zoe and Ellen in the photo. Those are our 2 exchange students, but we raised $302,000 for the Chili Open this year. As of today, our total club members stand at 151. That includes our honorary members. This year, we inducted 17 new members into our club. We conducted 13 Zoom meetings. We had 9 service projects completed. We had 2 exchange students. And we as a club and a country had 1 pandemic that we're continuing to work through. So I mentioned on the previous slide that we inducted 17 new members. So all of the new members are on the screen here, their names. So I'd like to just take a second and welcome Michael Shear, Anne Marie O'Brien, John Rutter, Amy Dawson, Gina K. Maddox, Blake Gurney, Morgan Goldthwait, Julianne Sweetbutton, Gina Campbell, Dr. Jeff Kemp, Chaz Billington, Patrick Weimer, Philip Williams, Luke O'Neill, Janice Radel, Mario Mastriani, and Ann Jurgensen as the newest members to our club. So continuing to get new members to join our club and to take an active role, not only in our service projects, but in leadership roles is really kind of the lifeblood, and will continue. So thank you and welcome to all of the new members on the screen here. Oops. So this slide in front of you identifies the perfect attendance recipients, and obviously under these conditions, the perfect attendance has changed a little bit. So we're not necessarily keeping track of all the Zoom meetings, but all of the members of our club that are on this screen have received perfect attendance beginning at 1 year and going all the way up to 53 years. And if I may, wanted to show John Daly, but I'm not able to find you on the screen, but John Daly has 53 years of perfect attendance. So for the last 53 years, John has attended every single Rotary meeting, which is just an amazing accomplishment. I know so many of us admire John for that. It is absolutely tremendous. But Stu Buchanan has 30 years of perfect attendance. Ginny Wino, 28 years. Ed Wagner, 13 years. Cheryl Warren has 6 years. Brian Casarco has 4 years. Julie Brandel has 4 years, as well as Mela Kastner. David Miller has 3 years, and Connor Jarvis has 2 years. And all of the members on the right column there have 1 year of perfect attendance. So that is really pretty amazing for each and every one of you on this screen. So congratulations. I wanted to take a minute to recognize Wanda, Dr. Rob McGregor, our Chili Open co-chairs this year. What a record-breaking and really an amazing event it was. I wanted to say thank you to Mela, Amanda, Dan, Dawn, the entire Chili Open committee, and the camp staff. It really does take an entire team. It takes a club. But the accomplishment, especially in light of everything we're going through right now of eclipsing the $300,000 fundraising mark for the Rotary Camp, is really outstanding. So congratulations to the entire Chili Open committee, and thank you for all of your hard work this year. I wanted to take the opportunity to thank my board of directors, Dr. Rob McGregor, Terry Dalton, Michael Gladys, June Ring, Blake Babcock, Brian Kima, Wanda Whipke, Steve Bowie, Linda Farkas, Connor Jarvis, Dave Miller, Karen Herdlicka, Tom Knauer, and Nicole Major. They were the board of directors this year, and really without them, I don't know what I would have done. We had some challenges that came up, and it really took some special meetings. We had some longer board meetings that required our attention and their input, and their guidance and wisdom was extremely valuable. So I wanted to say thank you and recognize the board of directors. They kind of work behind the scenes. So for all the club members, I mean, we meet on a monthly basis and really review a lot of the challenges that are going on in the club. So thank you to all of you. So this is a very abbreviated financial report, but at my December meeting this year, I kind of gave the outlook of the club financially. And for those of you that were in attendance at that meeting, it kind of painted a strained outlook financially for the club. So we ended last year at a deficit. However, this year, I wanted to share that we are profitable as a club. Our revenue, our total income is down considerably, as you can see there, $70,812 versus $91,758 last year. But our expenses were down as well. So a lot of that has to do with just keeping an eye on some of the expenses that were variable costs. The camp, the executive committee at the camp was a huge help as well. They deferred some of our costs that we paid to the camp on a monthly basis. So with that, with keeping our expenses low, we were able to have a net income. This is actually through May of 2020. So once June is finished, we'll report on those results. But I thought it was important for everybody to know that we did have a positive profit this year. Our total assets ended up pretty close to where they were last year. So I thought I just wanted to share an update where we were financially as a club. So this year, every single year, we qualify for a district matching grant. So we ask the club for nominations. The board of directors reviews the nominations, and we select one district matching grant. So this is, it's in conjunction with the Rotary District 6630. So the club and the district come up with a matching grant. And this year, the recipient was the Akron Hope Program through the Well CDC. And Zach Cole, who's the son of Doug Cole, spoke to our club earlier this year as well and just talked about the Well CDC and all the great work that they're doing in the Middlebury neighborhood. But the Akron Hope Program, just so everybody's aware, serves the Mason Community Learning Center, the local elementary school in the Middlebury neighborhood. And Middlebury is on the east side of Akron. It's down near Akron City Summa Hospital. And the goals of this program are to connect families to stable housing, living wage jobs, and other community resources, to provide resources for students to succeed academically, emotionally, and socially, and to increase the civic engagement of parents within the school and community. So the Well CDC, through their Akron Hope program, received a Rotary grant from our club this year. And if you'd like to learn more, the information there is below. So these are a couple social events. Katie Miller, I'm not sure if you're on today, but you did really an outstanding job with our social events. On the right-hand side, there was a tailgate back in the fall at an Akron Zips football game. The left-hand side is a happy hour that we did at Arshay Brewing. So hopefully, I'm not sure under what circumstances these will be able to resume, but I know these are really important to just connect on a personal level with our fellow Rotarians. And here's a few photos from our service projects throughout the year. On the left-hand side, that was the diversity initiative where members of our club gathered supplies to pass out to salon and barbershop owners for really Northeast Ohio, but primarily in the Akron community. So that was a great event, and that came kind of up and together last minute as well. We have our Dragon Boat team there in the middle. They had an extremely successful year. I think they ended up top 3, maybe second. Dr. Rob, you can correct me. On the right-hand side, we have Mela and Linda ringing the Salvation Army bell. Here's a few others: packing the boxes, the Akron Canton Regional Food Bank. June Ring initiated a great project where she collected used clothing to be made into masks. So that's a picture on the right-hand side of the screen. And last but not least, I just wanted to recognize the Pack That Truck. Thank you to the Rotary Foundation. The Rotary Foundation made the funds available to match everything that we raised up to $7,500. So as of today, and I think the fundraising goes until the end of the day today, we've raised $11,030. So Jim Redmond came up with the idea for a service project. Dan Flowers spoke to our club back. He was our first speaker. He was our first virtual Zoom speaker. And Dan Flowers talked about some of the constraints that the food bank was facing in terms of funds and food. And I know that continues to persist today. So thank you to everybody involved in that project to raise that amount of money, to raise, to get food for the needy individuals and families in our community is just an amazing impact that we can have. So with that, I know we're a little bit early, but I just wanted to take the opportunity to wish Dr. Rob McGregor best of luck. You're going to have an outstanding year. I'm here to support you in any way that I can. It's really been a privilege to serve as the Rotary Club president and work with all of you and get to know all of you. It feels like yesterday that I was getting inducted. I didn't think it would come around this quickly, but to be here and be finished already is pretty surreal. So it really has been an honor to serve you all as a president. Thank you. I look forward to continuing, hopefully seeing everybody in person at a service project here soon. But with that, that concludes our meeting. We're a little early, so everybody can go and enjoy their Tuesday today. So thank you, and look forward to seeing Dr. Rob get inducted next Tuesday. And I get to observe the Zoom meetings as a participant, so that'll be a nice thing to sit in the background and give happy dollars.
Thank you.
With that,
Thank you, Pat.
thanks everybody.
Thank you, Pat.
Pat.
Bye. Cheryl, is there any way to save the comments, or should I just sit here and read them? I wanted to make sure I saw them all. Oh. I guess I'll sit here and read them all. John, congratulations on another year of perfect attendance. You've set the bar high for everybody in the club. Wow. All right. Well, everybody, have a great day. Nice seeing you all. Dr. Rob, you're going to be awesome. Let me know what you need from me.
Tough act to follow. Good
I
job.
don't know about that. All right. Bye, everybody.